Okay, friends, tell me, how is the sound? I'm testing out a new microphone. I'm hopeful that this will solve some of our sound issues. And though I'm inside, yes, I'm wearing the wind block because it's very windy outside and I'm in the garage, so you can likely hear it. So let me know, does this fix the problem? I hope this fixes the problem. And thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Amanda Willis. I empower families to wellness authentically through biblically rooted principles. And today I'm sharing our October Azure Standard order with you guys because Azure is one of the companies that really helps us to walk a healthy lifestyle. And we are able to find a lot of the products that we absolutely love that we either can't find elsewhere, can't find in the quantities elsewhere, or in the quality sometimes. You guys, I have to give you the update. So if you watched last month, I believe it was our September order, we got for the very first time some coconut oil from Azure Standard. I have been buying coconut oil from Costco for well over 10 years. I thought I've also bought it like in smaller quality, not qualities, smaller quantities from like Whole Foods and natural grocers over the years, big brands. So I thought it was comparable. What I was buying was comparable. We don't have a Costco here in Casper. So the closest one is actually all the way down in Colorado for us. So to drive down there. So long story short, we really didn't need anything for a Costco run besides our coconut oil. So we weren't going to take the time to drive down there. And I ordered some from Azure. You guys, I feel like I've never had coconut oil before. I use it every morning for oil pulling. So I really noticed a difference when I took a scoop of it, put it straight in my mouth. I was like, it was so smooth. The taste, it was like coconut. Very, very different, definitely higher quality. I'm now ruined. I will be buying it from Azure from now on. All right, but let's dive into what we've got this month. So I actually have a lot of new stuff and then a couple of repeats. So chocolate chips, you guys, and sadly, I only ordered a pound this month. I'll be getting more next month, likely. But baking season's coming up, and I'm so glad I thought, let me check our chocolate chip stash because somehow we're still low on chocolate chips. We're going to be getting that slowly but surely. You know, when you're building a bulk pantry, it takes time, you guys, especially when you're actually using the things in your pantry that you are stocking, which is the goal, right? Okay, so we've got some chocolate chips, and I love they're soy free. There's no garbage in them, and they're just your basic organic chocolate chips. Then we have some raw Brazil nuts. I don't know how it is where you live, but near us, it's been very tricky to find Brazil nuts consistently. And what I've noticed, again, ordering nuts from Azure, the quality is like night and day. When I ordered pistachios from the first time from Azure, it was like I'd never tasted a pistachio before. Seriously, I'm not making it up. It's really good. I got these. They were on sale, these cute little green olive snack bags. I really need to update our bug out bags. And so slowly but surely, I've been trying to purchase some smaller things that I can toss into our go bags and keep with us there. So these green olive snacks are some of that. Then restocking our honey. And you guys, this is pretty cold. So if it looks like it's kind of solidified at all or crystallized, it's just because of how cold it is right now. But this is the 6 pounds of raw honey, the clover honey from Azure, just their Azure Market brand. Like I said, their Azure Market brand is very good on things. So I go for that one a lot. And I love that this is in the glass. One, you're not getting the microplastic exposure, but two, you guys, these are like the half-gallon glass jars that Azure sells. So when you empty it, just a little hot water in the bottom. I like to get our tea kettle on, let it get hot, but not all the way boiling. Pour some in there and like swirl it around. It gets all that extra honey out. You can then use that in some tea. And then you have a storage jar that once you wash it out, that is wonderful for your bulk pantry storage. So restocking that. Oh, look. Are there 4 in here or did I get 3? Oh, you know what? I think I got 3 because I think it was like the 3-pack on sale. So maybe I'll just snack on one of them. Then This is hands down our favorite cheese. I got some cheddar, some mozzarella, but the Origin Creamery, and I usually do like to get it in the bigger blocks of cheese. Currently, can't get it in the bigger block of cheese, so I'm buying the individual ones. We go through so much cheese. This is actually slightly annoying to me to get it in this size because of how much cheese we use. I much prefer the block, but the flavor and the quality is just hands down better than all the other cheeses that I have been able to get my hands on purchasing. So we make do with the annoyance of the small packages. And probably what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to open several of them at one time instead of trying to do one at a time. So we got some mozzarella. I do have a goal to order rennet very soon and finally make some of our own mozzarella. But in the meantime, grab some of that and some Gouda because it was on sale. And why not? We do a charcuterie and cheese board every Sunday night for our dinner. So having a little bit of extra different cheese is wonderful when it's this kind of quality. Then, you guys, this was a brand new product that I have seen. I have searched Azure before for olives, and I had not seen any. But drum roll, the True Olive. Has anybody tried this? Have you guys tried this? Cold cured olives, mélange d'olive, and they are a mixture, mélange. So it's mixed olives with filtered water, organic olive oil, and sea salt are the only ingredients in here. So there's no citric acid or anything like that. I was trying to tell if this is glass or if this is plastic. I think it's glass. Whoa, we're losing light. Okay, we got the light back. So I'm excited to let you know what I think about these. They do sell them in a great big jar, and if we like them, we'll be ordering the great big jar because, again, we do a charcuterie and cheese board every Sunday night. And olives, we love our olives. Speaking of olives, we have olive oil. Goodness, it looks wonky when it's all cold. It's kind of started to solidify a little bit because of the cool air, but we order ours a gallon at a time at the moment. There's part of me that would really love to go larger because we do use a whole lot of olive oil, but at this time, it's what works for us on our cash flow. So I love the quality of this cold pressed organic olive oil from Azure Market. It's fantastic. All right, let's keep going. And in this box, I'm not going to open it because it's just going to go in the freezer just like this. This is exactly what it says on the outside. A lot of times, if you're new to Azure and you've never done an Azure pickup, this is something that kind of threw me off for the first several months. They repackage, they reuse boxes. They're very responsible with their materials. And so sometimes you will get a box that says something on the outside and you're like, I didn't order that. It's not what's on the inside. However, sometimes, like with the butter, it comes sealed that way. This is a case. This actually is organic unsalted butter from Rumiano. Again, our favorite butter. I've heard rumor that the Amish butter is also very good, but it was out of stock. So again, coming up to baking season, we are huge fans of butter in general. Butter is so good for you. Please eat lots of butter. All right. Grass-fed, the better, but even if it's not, butter is always better than your gross seed oils. Okay. Let's open this case here. Again, this is one of those times where the case actually, the outside says what it is, but it's heavy and in an awkward angle, so I'm not picking it up. I'll pick up one for you. These are the Bio Nature crushed tomatoes. This is one of my favorite brands of tomatoes. If I'm gonna buy them in a can, I know ideally you get them in glass, but there's so many things you can do ideal, and then there's realistic and practical, and you do the best you can with your budget and the best that you can decision-wise. So they are certified glyphosate-free. It's one of the reasons I love this brand, you guys. They're not only their tomatoes, but their pastas are certified glyphosate-free too. So not only are they using organic methods, but they're making sure that they haven't gotten drift. I just learned from Zen Honeycut, the Moms Across America, that when there is drift from glyphosate, just the drift. So you're not even spraying your products. When the drift from glyphosate is on crops, it reduces their nutrient uptake by 80 to 90%. That is insane. So even though we already know we don't want the glyphosate exposure, we also want the nutrients from our food, right? You're paying for the organic food. You want the nutrients from the organic food. So the BioNature, we use crushed tomatoes for a lot of different things. I'll use them for lasagnas. I'll use it for chili. It's kind of I'll make pasta sauce with it, just my all purpose. So I got a case of 12 of them. They were on sale. And I was like, I'm going to snag them, sweep them up while they're on sale now. Because sometimes that is one thing I've noticed that tends to be natural grocers here by us tends to have a lower price just on the regular, but not when they're on sale. So then I am so excited. Have any of you tried? Well, this box would give it away if it was turned around, but it's not. Have any of you tried Azure's canning jars yet? I wanted this special size. Thank you to David Seltzer, the owner of Azure, came on the School of Traditional Skills Summit a few weeks ago, and he did a session. He talked about how they made their canning jars, and he sold me on them in general, but then this size, you guys, this is a half pint, right? Yes, half pint, wide mouth. So instead of your tall half pints, you have your short half pints. And I don't know, it's just, for me, if I'm doing my roasted green chilies that we got from the farmer's market, I want them in this size. So I'm very excited about this. The embossing of their jars is kind of in the middle. It's not all out, so that you can write on them a little bit better. A label will go on it. And then the temperature shock was tested way higher than your standard mason jars. They're made in the United States, and the superb lids are made in the United States, you guys. So we have superb lids. You can get the jars without the lids and rings if you just want jars and you don't want lids and rings. But you can also, of course, buy the lids separately. I'm really excited to get a case of these and to get our roasted green chilies that we got from the farmer's market finally put onto the shelf while they're still good. And then last but not least, right? I got a 20-pound box of pears. So these are a combination red and green pears, and I'm trying to remember if it says what kind, if they're Bartlett. Somebody probably knows just looking at them. I'm not that familiar with my pear varieties. Yes, Bartlett pears. So this 20-pound box of mixed was like $15, maybe $16. So I'm thrilled to have a whole box of pears here. They are not overripe by any means. They actually could use, I was wondering if I was going to try to can them tomorrow, but we may be waiting till Friday or Saturday to can. Yeah, because they are still pretty firm. And that's exciting to me. They arrived in great condition. They're not bruised. Really, you've got your combo of the coloring, of course, but nothing's bruised. They are really solid. Order in season. That's my biggest tip with produce, especially with Azure. So when you're ordering across country, and if you're ordering now in the cooler months, it's going to arrive likely, if you're in a cooler climate, it'll be kind of more like the condition it left in or it was shipped in. And then sometimes if you're ordering in the middle of the summer. But again, on that School of Traditional Skills Summit session, David mentioned that the pears were in season up by them. So I was like, well, then great, I'm grabbing some. And we got those. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any apples coming up, or if they're kind of done with apples. That's my goal, is to be able to get some from them, because we were not able to get any locally this year. We did get our peaches, but we do some bulk produce from them that's easier to get sometimes than what our local stuff is here. That's our order this month, you guys. Let me know, is there anything that you've tried in here that I mentioned that you have different uses for? Is there anything that I should order that I haven't ordered yet? And let me know how the sound is. I hope it's so much better. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Until next time, take care, friends. Cheers.